when you see how, Mark's here, our Home and Security Editor, sorry, jumping straight in, but when you see how, as we described, plush they are, it's maybe understandable that these channel crossings, average number of migrants per boat for last month has hit a record high.
Yeah.
And that's where they could be heading to.
I mean, we've got to say, obviously, those are the marketing pictures. They're probably not decorated to that exact
but it's still
standard.
A decent space, Mark.
Oh, the apartments are very lovely, lovely kitchens, bathrooms. So as a space, it's very nice indeed. And juxtapose that with what Tasha Burgess and others say are substandard accommodation that they've had to live with. But this whole issue around the apartments in Chelmsford or the Baby Stockholm or putting migrants in RAF bases or hotels is all just a symptom of the fact that Rishi Sunak and his government have been unable to stop the boats, which is what he said he was going to do. And not only is he not stopping them, but we've already got close to 15,000 who've crossed so far this year. We're not yet in the flat calm conditions of the summer months. And as you alluded to there, the numbers on the boats are increasing. We've got some images that show one of these boats out in the English Channel. And on that, you can see the middle of the boat there. It's almost like a ridge that goes right down the centre line of the boat. That is a new reinforced element, because before it was just plywood bottoms on these boats, and they were ripping, often in tragic consequences, resulted in a couple of major incidents.
So this would explain why these latest figures we got, 3,299 in July alone in 63 boats, so an average of around 52 people per boat.
Yeah, and they just sit on the sides of the boats like this, but now they're also putting them in the middle there on that sort of ridged section. So not only 52 people is the average for July, but we had reports, and this was from some of the boats stopped by the French authorities and turned around because they couldn't make it to the halfway point to be picked up by UK authorities. There were 74 people on a couple of the boats that had tried to cross.
And as you've reported previously, much of this is tailor-made for the people smugglers by these sort of backstreet manufacturers in Turkey and elsewhere, and then shipped across Europe to be launched from the French beaches.
It's become a very sophisticated business now. The people smugglers have well-established lines, production lines, going right back to China or Turkey, where these boats are manufactured, or at least the component parts. Then they're shipped by road up into Europe, to Germany usually, and then distributed from Germany to northwest France, where they're kind of assembled and inflated just in the dunes and head down to the beach.
But this is what Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper was saying. It is the people smugglers that need to be tackled, not the migrants as such.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's absolutely right. Until you actually stop the boats coming across in the first place, then, of course, we're going to be doing story after story about just how angry people are getting about the fact that their local area is going to be housing X hundred migrants in an apartment block or on an old base or in a hotel.
Straddy down in Wales, for instance. So,
you know, Yvette Cooper has absolutely got a point there. The government say that they have invested more money in the National Crime Agency, that it is liaising better than it ever did with its law enforcement counterparts on the other side of the channel.
The other side of the argument, then, is what the government has referred to as this pull factor, why the migrants want to come here and make this dangerous journey across the channel. And one wonders how that now actually ties in with luxury apartments being made available and shown quite openly.
Well, let's not sort of beat around the bush here. There is no doubt that our report today, the images from that, will be sent back on social media, email, however it might be, to people that are thinking of making the journey, by these people traffickers who are trying to attract them over, giving them an indication of the kind of living they could have if they come over here. There's no doubt it's a pull factor.
Mark, thank you very much for updating us and all that. Thank you.